DJ Dallas and Greg Dortch are back for the Cardinals as Seattle won the toss and deferred to the second half. But Jason Myers will boot it away and off we go. And it is the former Seahawk Dallas who has one of the 5 kick return touchdowns in the NFL this year. 2 of them just came at the end of that Dallas-Washington game. Kyler Murray from the 33. He'll dump it off to his top target so far this year, the excellent tight end Trey McBride.
Got teams that just fold up like a cheap suit and get out of that game and quit. This team loves the vibe they're riding right now.
4 straight wins for Arizona. James Conner will fight ahead for about 3. That's the matchup to start. Murray was looking in that direction. And right on cue, Boye Mafe has his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's Mafe on the outside, attacking that outside edge. This is quick game with only 5 protectors. This is like a hot protection, right? You only got 5 guys up front. You can't hold on to that ball. It's 1, 2, 3, ball is out. Their first couple snaps.
Now 3rd and long for Murray. Climbing the pocket, running into defenders. And how about the Seattle pass rush? Back-to-back sacks from Mafe.
With backers helping, and then Tyrese Knight's just going to sneak to the right, and it's really a second effort sack. You see, Yelda Frohold had him. And Kyler Murray, when he starts to step up, Tyrese Knight just disengages.
High snap for Blake Gillikin, who boots it away. And a fair catch from D. Williams. It'll be a 52-yard boot.
Inconsistent up front leads to inconsistency in the run game.
They'll start on the ground with Kenneth Walker. Excellent penetration for the Arizona defense by Kaiser White.
And has made the year 2 jump in his sophomore year. This has been fun to watch.
Smith over the middle. And it is grabbed by Jake Bobo. Cardinals show pressure but drop back in coverage. Smith evades, steps, throws, open man. It's Metcalf. It's a first down.
Watch Geno. He just doesn't panic at all. You nailed it, Adam. They showed the pressure and then only rushed with 4. Started to get some pressure with their best rusher in Zaven Collins, but Geno just calmly steps up in the rain. No problem. Delivers a strike to DK Metcalf.
Back to the ground game. And it is Walker into Cardinal territory. We head into CT's territory.
Yeah, that's that pony personnel they like. 21 pony, 2 backs, Charbonnet and Walker.
And this is Charbonnet who gets the carry, and not much room there. It is big Roy Lopez in the middle for Arizona's defense.
Zaven Collins on the inside now instead of on the outside like he normally lines up.
He is going to stunt. 4-man rush. Gets to Smith. Flag is thrown. Smith is down. Deep one. That's a great one. And it's going to bounce. Friendly bounce for Seattle. Connor. And good job in space by Devin Witherspoon.
Oh, man.
Flag is thrown on the play. After missing the last 4 games with a hand injury, Seattle's defense had a nice showing last week against the 49ers. Immediately, Julian Love wraps up Trey McBride at the 15-yard line, and that'll set up 3rd down. Murray, out route, complete. It was bobbled momentarily by Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's got the first down. There's a run for Trey Benson, the rookie out of Florida State, coming off his best game in the NFL against the Jets. There's Murray, 5 in the pattern. Pressure coming, and it is an incompletion for the first time in quite some time.
At some point, Arizona's going to have to launch one.
Murray that time throws to the sticks on 3rd and 8. McBride did everything he could to just make sure he secured it. Just keeping an eye out for any type of fake. It'll be snapped to Gillikin. That's a boomer of a punt to flip the field. D. Williams finds an alley and trying to use his speed to get to the outside, but that's good pursuit. Geno Smith. A lot of time, and he's got Walker as a release, and here comes Kenneth Walker. A big catch and run for the running back as he'll take it out near the 35.
Bunting trailing him, and that's why Geno gets a chance to just step up calmly once again.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it saved their season, but it definitely pulled it out of the quicksand for the time being to get back to 500 last week. Walker bouncing. Cardinals having a lot of trouble getting him down. Finally, they will wrap him up for a loss of a couple.
You see Walker here. He's got to press that run there to where the hole is designed. That's to the left, to the C gap. And he's doing so much dancing.
28th in the NFL in rushing. 91 yards a game. League average is closer to 120. Smith on a little comeback route. He is able to connect with DK Metcalf in front of Sean Murphy bunting.
That you exited the line of scrimmage on, and Geno cut that thing loose perfectly. That's going to be a false start.
False start. Offense, number 11. That's a 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Turnovers by the quarterback. That's big.
Same deal here. They drop into coverage to the Cardinals, and the four-man rush still gets to Geno Smith, and it's the former Seattle Seahawk first-round pick.
Well, they're just going to collapse the pocket from the outside. Nothing special to this rush. Just a straight four-man rush. And Collier just overmatched. The offensive line got into the backfield with an injury after getting injured week 1. He's finally ready to get it going and bring this pass rush along with him.
That's a nice punt by Dixon, forcing Dortch all the way to the sideline to the 20. They'll run it on cue with Connor. And a gain of 4 on first down. A good first down play.
So 4 down linemen, 2 backers, and either an extra safety or an extra corner. Right now, an extra corner.
Murray hit as he throws, and that a fluttering pass. Stepping up, Murray on the move, floats it ahead, and Marvin Harrison Jr. with another conversion as he's tumbled out of bounds by Devin Witherspoon.
He gets slick in the pocket here. He hits his apex of his drop, gets up, and a little drift to the left while remaining a passer. I think that's the difference. And look at Witherspoon close on that ball. That dude's a phenomenal player. And he doesn't get nearly the love he should. Number 21, Witherspoon. A couple years ago, he would have taken off.
Back to Connor now on the ground and into the teeth of the Seattle defense for a couple yards, and a late penalty marker comes flying in from Scott Novak, our lead official.
Holding. Offense number 63. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
You're seeing versus these 12 personnel looks, the big personnel, multiple tight ends on the field. Seattle's throwing the extra safety out there, Jenkins.
Underneath, it is Connor who gets wrapped up. And a good pursuit that time by Tyrese Knight. Kyler Murray floats it, and it is caught by Elijah Higgins in space. Not a whole lot of room with this Seattle defense. 3rd and 14 for Murray and the Cardinals. Had to evade the pressure on the rollout. Excellent outside the pocket, but that is picked off by Julian Love.
Watch him close on this. He's not on the screen yet, but he baited this throw. Look at watch the scramble right there to Dortch, number 4, and look at Julian Love flying out of the middle of the field. Holy smokes. That's a great play. Seattle loving there, and even Witherspoon able to get back there.
Speaking of getting back there, Ross nearly got to the punt of Gillikin that time. For first place for one of these teams for the time being. Couple of punts. In fact, 5 punts on 5 possessions combined so far. Flag is thrown. Geno Smith rifles one, and he finds Jackson Smith and Jigba. Initial indication, though, is that this may be coming back for a holding penalty.
Holding. Offense number 86, half the distance of the goal. First down.
This is a big opportunity for their 3rd-round pick out of Connecticut. He's out there to release on the screen to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Immediately brought down by Baron Browning. They had Smith and Jigba lined up in the backfield. Now motions out to empty it out for Geno Smith. Late pressure coming on Smith, who got rid of the football and tossed it away. As if he's not coming back to the ball, it's an intentional grounding penalty. Now another flag is thrown. Deep shot. Geno Smith for DK Metcalf. In traffic. Incomplete. Nearly came down with it. In between Murphy, Bunting, and Taylor Demerson.
He really did. And remember, we talked to Coach Mike McDonald, and he said, Metcalf's so big, so strong, so fast. Let's just launch the ball up to him a few times. So I'd expect that. What they didn't expect, filling in for Jalen Thompson with that inside release post route. Well done by the rookie.
Dixon hits the deck. No flag was thrown. He's able to pump the ball out towards midfield. Arizona dominated Chicago and the Jets to the tune of 15 combined points allowed. From midfield, Murray floats it, and Trey McBride with an excellent catch. This is something we saw against the Jets a couple of weeks ago.
He's just going to cross the entire field and get to the opposite third and go up and make a huge play for Kyler Murray. That play was going, that ball was traveling to about 3 defenders potentially, and he's Kyler.
53 catches on the season to lead the Cardinals. McBride is the target again, and out of bounds, shoved out at the 15-yard line.
First time he crossed the field, the next time he's going to show the cross and then get to the corner. They're going to clear it out with Marvin Harrison, number 18, and that's Reek Woolen's ball all the way. He's got to sink.
Murray on the keep. Was able to evade a couple of defenders. Kobe Bryant brings him down after a gain of about 3 on the play. 63% of the red zone. NFL average is 57. Here's Murray. He is able to find Greg Dortch inside the 10.
And this junk front and make Kyler think.
They really only bring 4 with a spy. Murray's got space and a touchdown to Michael Wilson. But we got to check the penalty marker.
Holding. Offense number 70. That's a 10-yard penalty. Third down.
Third holding penalty against Arizona today. A team that only averages less than 5 penalties per game. 3rd and 12. Murray floats it. Harrison snared it, but it's ruled incomplete.
It's a good job by Job right here, pushing him towards the sideline, the former Alabama product. And Marvin Harrison went up tall, got the catch. That's closer than you think. Look at that, right foot's in. Look at right foot. Oh, he
kind of dragged it.
Arizona is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. Timeout.
7th game for Ryland since Matt Prater went to the IR with his left knee injury, where every team was at 500 or better. Touchback from Ryland out to the 30 will come Seattle. It's such a staple for them, right? Yeah. Toss play, had to be careful with it. Walker grabbed it and was able to churn out a solid first down run, nearly 5 yards. Geno Smith had the game-winning rushing touchdown on the final drive. Here's Walker. Big burst, big run, and a great job by Dadrion Taylor Demerson.
Well, Seattle's getting big with their personnel. They have 2 tight ends here and then 1 split out, and they're running that thing. There's Jake Bobo with the hit on Buda Baker. That's what sprung that run game, and when Bobo's in there, that's a huge alert, either run or play action.
12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. The back is Walker, and the run is for very little, if anything at all. Zaven Collins was there to shove Walker out. His first season as an NFL coach. Smith underneath. Jackson Smith and Jigba has had 2 monster games the last couple of outings.
Now he understands where the defenders are, knows how to get yards.
Walker was able to avoid the initial run blitz from the safety, Taylor Demerson. Ends up being a couple of yards. Nothing downfield for Smith. Even the release to Walker was covered up, so he can have a cup of coffee back there if he wants. And he'll toss it away. 3rd down and 8.
He wasn't ready for that snap.
5-man rush, and the 5th man was Buda Baker. Right there to stop Geno Smith.
Well, the running back's trying to chip right here, Charbonnet. He's got to get in there and chip Zaven Collins. He's late on the chip, so Abe Lucas is late. That forces Geno to run away from Collins. And then there comes Buda Baker. They've really struggled with those chips on the edge, whether it's Lucas or last week, even his backup, Jarrell. When he went in there, they had problems communicating those things.
Dixon has not had a great year overall relative to where he's been in the past. He's had a solid start to this day. Murray, quick toss, incomplete. Knight had the coverage on McBride, and that'll bring up second down. Still look around, see a lot of Sherman and Chancellor jerseys, a lot of Thomas jerseys in the area. On second down, here is Connor, and a good job up front to stuff the run by Seattle. Four-man rush, Hall bringing the pressure. Murray gets away, steps up, launches it downfield, and it's incomplete. Harrison and Woolen were matched up on a 50-50 ball.
About rush integrity. This is Hall all the way. He's got to close the pocket from the left, and when you're playing a guy like Kyler Murray, you can't attack him immediately. You got to absorb him or collect him, let him make the first move and react to it.
League-leading 33rd 3-and-out forced by Seattle's defense. Gilligan from the end zone will boot it away. 54-yard punt, fair catch signaled by D. Williams. Or slinging rocks at each other offensively to start this game, but Seattle's got its best field position at the 39.
Jeez. And who else?
Walker's got nowhere to go, and Buda Baker.
To ruin your running game and get the extra hat to the football.
Charbonnet is in, trying to block Zaven Collins. Geno Smith's able to find A.J. Barner, the rookie tight end. See Buda Baker kind of tipping his hand a little bit on the cadence. Here he comes. Charbonnet had two guys to try and block. Smith had to get away from the other one, and then gets run down by Jesse Luketa right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, Haynes is the rookie in for Bradford. Collier slips right by him. There's Big 91 barreling down on Geno. Oh, and hits the deck with the turf monster.
Could be a third sack in the last couple of games. Smith underneath to Smith and Jigba, and he's got a lot of real estate in front of him. Good block by Cody White, and it's first down and goal for Seattle on the first big play for either team in this first half.
Didn't design this pressure versus 4 out, but he's going to show the bubble and then knife back inside on the screen. That kind of pressure, I mean, a 4x1s, a lot of times the defense will just check out of pressures into an exotic formation like that just to get their bearings. I'm shocked they kept that one on, but that's what you could potentially give up when you're outflanked like that.
A little lightning bolt from... It is Charbonnet with the cut. And he'll take it down to the 1-yard line. He blocks, Charbonnet dives, and Arizona's front gets to him.
Well, look at them blow up the line of scrimmage here. Collier fits inside. Barnes is right behind him. They filled the gaps perfectly, and no surprise.
Looking in that direction. To the goal line. Smith and Jigba, touchdown.
Well, watch Metcalf. He's going to run the corner and speed control, and then Smith and Jigba is going to be on the quick out. Metcalf's job is to just provide a rub and slow down Buda Baker. You see Buda is pointing at the corner right there, thinking they're going to switch that off. Miscommunication leads to a Seattle touchdown.
Appropriate that Smith and Jigba closes the drive.
Working on that nickel defender, working on linebackers, finding mismatches, and really exploiting defenses all year.
Here comes Greg Dortch on the return with Dallas in front of him. And he won't make it to the 25. A 3-to-1 pass-to-run ratio so far today. It's typically closer to 60-40 on the split. Oh, wow, Kyler Murray gets eaten alive back there by Leonard Williams.
Well, this is just a pick game inside. You see Leonard Williams, 99, and Jaron Reed, number 90, push Evan Brown, the left guard, all the way back into the quarterback's lap, enough so that he steps on his foot.
They're being very aggressive on defense right now. Murray pumped it and floated it incomplete. That ball is going to be ruled incomplete. Now they'll run it with DiMercato, trying to pick up a decent amount of yardage. He gets closer to the sticks by about 4 yards. He's back. Gillikin boots it away. And it'll roll to about a 49-yard punt to the 25. Quick throw, batted down. Zaven Collins. Smith, quick throw. Is able to find Barner again. Short gain, about 5 on the play.
Got guys out of position.
Smith stepping underneath again. Good job by Walker to stay on his feet. But he's going to go down inbounds. Yeah, look at that. One guy on the line of scrimmage, and everybody's guarding the sidelines here. So Geno's going to sling it away. Still time on the clock. So you see now everybody for Arizona's backing up. Geno's going to take a knee. Seattle's going to get the ball to start the second half with a 7-3 lead. Cardinals have won 5 of their last 6, 3 of them on Chad Ryland game-winning field goals. Seattle is out to the 30. We're down to Christina Pink. Lockett in motion. Throw over the middle from Geno Smith, and Pharaoh Brown is there to make the grab. Just his 4th catch of the year. He picks up 6.
Big guy in motion.
Sundell, the rookie out of North Dakota State, playing his 3rd straight game. A shift by Walker, trying to get to the outside. A diving play. Off the fake, immediate pressure on Smith. He steps away from it, and his intended target, Tyler Lockett, got knocked down. And the penalty flag flies.
On a defense number 24, that's a spot foul and an automatic first down.
That sets him up at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground game. Walker fights ahead as he gets grabbed by Browning.
And then all 3 wide receivers up top, forcing the Cardinals to communicate.
Looking for Lockett on the screen with the other 2 blocking for him, and a good job by Buda Baker to dart in for the stop. Here they come, extra body coming from the defensive secondary. That ball was stripped from the hand of Geno Smith. Had to go back down to the deck to recover it, back near the 40-yard line.
Well, they're showing the pressure inside. Both of these guys are going to drop out, and then here comes the pressure on this side. Geno got to a check here, thinking it's all-out pressure. You see Buda Baker fleeing to the middle of the field, and then they get the pressure, exactly what they want. First, the illusion of that's exactly the way he drawn it up. Well done by Gannon and his defense.
But Dixon trying to pin it one more time. And excellent job for what might be one of the best days of Dixon's season.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team, number 86. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the dead ball spot. That's 86's first foul towards disqualification. First down, timeout.
The sideline actually gives them plenty of cushion to the 18, so they would have spotted it at the 3. Murray fakes the handoff for Connor, and on the rollout he finds Trey McBride for yet another catch. So they're going with 3 tight ends here, Mark.
And Seattle's answer really is Jenkins, a safety coming back from injury, and putting him in the box. I'd do this. Run right at him and make him tackle.
Well, Connor is able to churn out a solid run, but we got to check the penalty flag that was thrown from the near side for a holding penalty against Arizona.
Holding. Offense number 87. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
But he's been injured these last couple weeks. I'd go right at him.
We'll go screen from McBride to try to get some of that yardage back on 1st and 19. Murray. McBride's wide open. First down and plenty more towards Seattle territory as Bryant had to run him down by his quarterback, Kyler Murray.
There it is. Look at that.
Yep, Benson running with that big personnel out there to try to run at. Right back to the ground. Benson. Good job by Reek Woolen. Jenkins came off the field. As they go to 3 wide receivers, they'll still run it this time, and Connor got wrapped up. Byron Murphy II, the rookie out of Texas, plugged it up.
Prior to the ball being snapped, first charge, timeout Seattle. 7:25 on the game clock, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Oh, Murray keeps it. Murray being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for Wilson. Off target to Kobe Bryant. And there goes Kobe Bryant. With a house call for Seattle. And a Marshawn Lynch homage.
Are you kidding me? Watch Witherspoon right here. On the edge. Thinks it's a run. Watch how quickly he recovers. He's got 14 in man coverage, pushes Kyler out of bounds. Kobe Bryant gets this ball, and look at Witherspoon. Look at him. He forced him to throw it. There's Bryant, and Witherspoon goes out and gets the scoring block. Are you kidding me? I mean, this guy's effort.
Remember, Seattle called timeout before the 4th down and 1 play. Off target. Maintained his position as the starting safety and comes up with a touchdown to make it a 10-point Seattle lead. Here's the former Seahawk, DJ Dallas, who bangs off of Josh Ross and churns it out past the 35 on a good return.
To their blueprint on offense. That's what's given them those 4 wins these last 4 games.
Slant to start this drive, and they pick up a first down into Seattle territory. Connor, and that play gets blown up by Leonard Williams.
Oh, man. Leonard Williams, are you kidding me? Watch Big 99 right there slip through before Paris Johnson could get down. We said they like those down blocks with the pin and pulls.
Murray pressured out of the pocket and slings it away as he was being chased by Draymond Jones.
There's that dime personnel. They got 6 defensive backs.
They've got 7 back in coverage, and Murray backs up into the Leonard Williams sack.
The long hoop along the outside, and Kyler just gets too deep in his drop. He's lucky he held on to this football. See, Paris Johnson pushed Leonard Williams around, expecting the quarterback to step up into the dish.
He's had almost 50 of them in his NFL career. 55-yard punt. Excellent one from Gilligan to flip the field. Williams with a fair catch. Good punting on both sides of this game to pin both offenses deep in their own territory. Quick throw. That was deflected. That is Jones getting his hand on it. Empty set again. Lockett was in motion. Underneath throw to Metcalf. That's his first catch since the second drive of the game. And no time on the clock to go to the 4th quarter with it. Here comes a pressure play from Arizona. Geno Smith finds Tyler Lockett. His second catch of the day. All out of sorts trying to get organized prior to this first down play. Which is a toss for Walker, who slips up and then gets brought down by Lucetta, the Cardinals. Plenty of time, but not a lot of options for Smith. Walker is able to release. Breaks a tackle, hurdles a man, and he's out near midfield. Yards.
Well, watch Kenneth Walker. He's going to come up and block right here on Wilson. And once he loses on the block, Wilson gets by him. Walker just sneaks out. I mean, this is not a designed scheme or a coverage. That's just one guy making a play with his buddy.
Walker slips another tackle. Murphy Bunting comes flying in from the corner. Now Charbonnet checks in. Here he comes with a first down, and he hops over Budda Baker. So now the ground game is starting to get some traction for Seattle.
Well, look at this. Anything you can do, I can do better. There's competition in that running back room. Who's the better hurdler? Arizona's complaining that Oluwatimi was moving the ball.
Seattle center. So out route. This is a tough pickup by Pharaoh Brown. Finally brought down by Dimukeji, and Brown's fired up now. 4th first down on this drive. Geno Smith was looking for Walker. That ball was deflected by Roy Lopez. Marched almost 70 yards down, taking about 5 minutes off the clock. And they'll close the 3rd quarter. Just as you talked about, Mark, they wanted possession of the ball into the 4th.
And there goes Arizona checking out of it, playing coverage.
Yep, so they're going to bring 4 instead after Geno Smith played the chess game against their defense. Oh! Fires, and it's picked off by Garrett Williams. In this building last year when he came back from a torn ACL. Murray has the release to James Conner. Against Tyrese Knight in space. Breaks a tackle and spins for a first down.
Trying to get too greedy on 3rd down in the red zone.
Murray under pressure is able to float it out for McBride. A good job to run him down by Julian Love. What Arizona checked into realized the mistake he made. Murray, McBride, first down for Arizona. The Arizona franchise tight end record. Right back to Conner in space. Gets past Witherspoon and shuffles ahead for a first down. Now Benson into the game. And another good run for Arizona. So trying to get right back to what you were talking about at halftime.
Stayed on these blocks to spring runs.
Murray evades the pressure. Got away from Mafe initially, and I think that's a smart play to just eat it with Leonard Williams in pursuit.
He took a 3-yard loss on 2nd and 1. And right there, you just got to throw that ball away.
3rd and 4 after the 5th Seattle sack. Murray launches. Wilson came down with it. What a catch! Murray gets a ball downfield for a big gainer.
Well, he's in press coverage. Tries to use his hands at the line, but look at him track this football. Are you kidding me, Wilson? I mean, that's like a Willie Mays catch. No way. Holy wow. I mean, that's the reason why you get Wilson off the ball with his split.
And finally snap their 3rd down skid. Fake it to Conner. Murray backing, launches it away. 2nd goal coming up. 2nd and goal. Murray. That pocket's collapsing fast. He's able to evade the pressure, past the line of scrimmage, on the shake, down to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Murray surveys, throws back of the end zone, incomplete. Chip shot for Ryland, and he's able to put it through to make it a 7-point ball game. The board out of the end zone, I should say, to just 2 Chad Ryland field goals. All that being said, still only a 7-point game. And a slip by Kenny McIntosh.
Oh, why did he take that ball out?
Against San Francisco. His 2nd career kick return, not exactly a productive one.
Now we're going to see some runs. Oh,
Still dropping back. They'll dump it for Kenneth Walker. And on the deflection, it is picked off. They've got 4 lined up wide, including their tight end in Barner. So they're throwing it again on 2nd down. This time Walker secures it. Trying to run it to the outside. Murphy Bunting runs him down.
Hear him saying Richie. He's bringing that tight end in to block up top.
On the right side, R for Richie. Here is Smith. Back foot throw. He's able to connect with Jackson Smith and Jigba, who keeps his feet and works ahead against Taylor Demerson for the first down. Toss play. Walker gets past the edge man. Flag comes flying in from the near side of the field.
Offense number 19. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Empty set for Smith. 5 in the pattern. 8 back in coverage. The math's not mathing right now, so Geno Smith has to run it. He'll run it for about 5.
Here's that 4x1 set. Remember, that's where they hit the screen last time, the big game. Again, screen.
Underneath for Smith and Jigba, who gets out of the traffic and is going to be past the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up for Seattle. 4-man rush. Still gets to Smith. Still on his feet. Geno Smith on the move into a tight window from Metcalf. And a first down to midfield.
Well, DK is just going to keep this thing alive. Watch him the whole down. He's got the backside deep curl, and then he just kind of mirrors the quarterback, ends up just to the right of the logo. But Geno Smith, are you kidding me? I mean, whether he's been impressive with those off-schedule type plays.
Back-to-back third down conversions for the Seahawks. Walker takes this one. Took about 5 minutes, even though it ended in an interception.
That's right.
Smith. And a diving attempt by A.J. Barner to secure it, and he's inbounds.
See what else Geno has up his sleeve.
They'll run it on 3rd down and 4. You've been calling for it this entire drive, and when they needed 4 key yards, Zach Charbonnet gets it on the ground.
Other than that one throw, what a game this has been for Geno.
6-minute drive. Now it's Walker. And Walker still on his feet and finally brought down inbounds. Sundell is the extra offensive lineman. They will run it with Walker, and Buda Baker still unable to bring him down. Dimukeji finally finishes it off.
Buda is not buying these fakes from Geno. Watch Geno hand it off and then pretend to run. That's a potential keep. Right there.
Don't forget, 3rd down coming up. If nothing else, Smith cannot afford a sack.
No negative plays. Yep, smart play.
And they'll run it with Charbonnet. A few yards here, so maybe about a 50-yard, just inside of a 50-yard field goal. On its way, and right down the middle. On the longest drive of the season for Seattle. 8 minutes, 12 seconds, 3 crucial points.
Wow. Yards here, but as soon as they get into field goal range, because it's a 10-point ball game, they might just settle for a field goal knowing the onside kick is imminent.
McBride has just set a new Arizona tight end record and set a new career high with his 11th catch, but he gets brought down inbounds.
Critical error there.
Well, Arizona's got to hurry it up, and McBride kind of putting his hands up. That ball is incomplete. Dallas, Washington comes to mind. Minnesota, Chicago had an onside kick late in that one. Here's Connor in space. Clock will continue to move as he takes it out past the 45. Now a flag is thrown.
Legal block in the back on the offense, number 85. That's a 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
10 yards from there, 2nd down and 9. Here's McBride, 12th catch. 1st down. Now he's trying to get to the sideline, but too much ground to cover. Murray off the back foot to Connor. Seattle's perfectly fine with letting them catch and run inbounds and underneath. They got some issues in New York. 2nd down and 4. Murray. Time ticking away, looking for a downfield shot, and he connects with Michael Wilson. Zay Jones is trying to get lined up, and they just burned probably an extra 7 seconds there. Murray waving receivers around, throwing to the end zone, separation, but incomplete for Wilson. So Ryland has to make this one to make it a 1-score game. From 47, and it's a moot point. It's no good. And welcome to the top of the table for the Seattle Seahawks, sitting in 1st place in the NFC West.
If they would have thrown the ball there, I would have been really upset. What a finish.
A 6th consecutive victory by the Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals, the longest win streak in the near 5-decade history.